return, Mike. Polaris versus Lilgun here. Winner will qualify through. Loser will still have a second chance in the lower bracket.
Xavier's gonna rotate mid lane, see if he can set up here onto Sanctity. Lelouch already getting through the refraction charges. And now a nice spear back into that tier 1 tower, but Lelouch, he is getting down pretty darn low. Stroke of Fate, though, is not gonna do any damage. I was just having a look at the Radiant Triangle, John. I thought you were referring to them for a second. Top lane, Mavis, he's gonna end up going down here. So they do at least pick up a support kill for Lilgun, but I am very surprised that no stacks have been made in that Radiant Triangle. As now 4-2-3 is going to find himself in a bit of danger and is also going to drop.
The greater use of resources for Polaris still stands.
Nightmare's there onto Xavier's. They're going to try with the wolf form, just chase down this Mars. Xavier's, he'll keep rushing forward as Force. He's going to come back in. They do have the Ravage, but Xavier's is dropping rather low now. Still trying to juke them out as Force is still fighting out, and they can't kill him. Xavier's, he is finally going to tie to the wolves. But Kishka is probably going to go down for this. They do gush him up. Natsumi will slowly get to... Oh my god, he drops an item there for a second to get the max verify usage.
Again, Lelouch is set to hit this really early power spec. Like, he skips the full Orb of Corrosion, just gets a Javelin looking for Maelstrom, and is diving deep.
Yeah, Inkswell's there, so they're going to ward them off, but Xavier's, he'll drop the arena, does end up dropping as the Fiend's Grip now does catch out Lelouch. It could be a massive pick-off here for Lilgun if they could find it, and they do. Ace 12 in the meantime does go down as Natsumi comes to with the Horde, and now the Ravage out. Force catches 3 heroes with that. They've lost Sanctity on the TA. Can they at least find some trades? Looks like they're just going to have to accept it. A 2 for 2 from Polaris. They're going to loop around again. Helmet the Overlord now available as well, but Force is not concerned about it. They can't really make the jump on the tide. There's just no way to take him down in time. But Kishka, he's going to move in as now the charge is there. Who have they got? It's going to be Mavis on that Shadow Demon to drop. But now they've got that SP caught out, or maybe they haven't. In fact, they'll go into the backside instead. Right onto that Grimstroke. Ace 12 going to drop, but they might just lose Xavius, and they do. Onto Force they go now, who still has the Ravage. Natsumi now comes in with the Horde, and there's your Ravage out. Onto 4 heroes. Onto Kishka they go. They've even taken down 11. And Kishka... well, he could try to run, but there's really no running. Polaris to win another team fight.
So they couldn't get their big damage dealer up front. Their Lycan isn't doing enough damage by himself,
Sanctity.
and of course the tide's been an issue.
Oh, Sanctity, they know he's there. And, well, there's no pretty way to put it, John. He does end up going down on his own as now Ace 12 trying to make his rotation to help out, but it looks like he will be another sacrifice to the gods of Polaris.
I mean, it's a 40-second cooldown. You're going to be able to gank every 40 seconds, and that tempo is just kept by Polaris. Here you go again. Yeah,
speaking of the devil, 4-2-3, gonna get caught out. Gush does connect. Lelouch, he'll happily rush in. In fact, they even got a cherry on top. Thank you very much, Mr. Kishka. They'll take a secondary kill here for Lelouch. It seems like they were trying to chase down Natsumi, but he does read the map and does understand something is awry. As now Kishka barely gonna avoid Lelouch, or maybe not. They have the dust and they saw him. Just barely. Is Kishka? Well, he is almost guaranteed to fall. They even found 4-2-3 in the backside. And as the Lycan, there's just nothing he can do at the moment. Another couple kills to go the way of Polaris. Now look at the confidence on Force right now, John, in that mid lane. I mean, there's 5 heroes around. He has not backed off. They're going to try and move in and try to punish him for this, but the Haunt is there. They might force the fight. Natsumi has committed. Meanwhile, Force is dropping low. Ravage is not going to fly out. He holds on to it. Do they need it, though? Natsumi's still fighting. Xavier's going to jump in with an arena now. They've got Sanctity and Kishka controlled up, and now Lelouch comes in. That'll be 2 down already, and Sanctity's still trying to fight back onto the Mars. He does at least get Xavius, but that's about all he's going to get. Onto 11 they go. The 4th target, and he will drop a triple kill here for Lelouch.
Remain in control of Lilgun up top, though.
Yeah, it happens that fast, John. I didn't actually have a chance to get the camera there. 4-2-3, I'm guessing, got chained up and just died. Meanwhile, on the bot side, Xavier's has been targeted, but he is still alive. Force will move in. BKB's forced out. Now the Nightmare's there, but Lelouch, he's in. He's going to help out, and there's your Ravage there from Force. Triple kill once again for the Ember. And it might be an Ultra, because he's going to go right onto 11. They'll give him the Ultra. In fact, they want the Rampage. Jump in. Sanctity going to be forced to BKB and try to fight back. In fact, he will TP back towards the base. Just deny that Rampage away from Lelouch.
Shadow step out from Natsumi. He didn't use it in that fight. He didn't come in. He still has the Haunt ready for the follow-up. There is a Fortify to hold off the high ground push. They're jumping in anyway.
Oh, just no hesitation at all onto the TA, and he's just melted. Sanctity's not moving. He'll try to run now, but he's got no BKB. The 4-2-3 he does, which is why he's able to run out of there. But he certainly could not help out. Now, without a BKB and without a buyback available on this TA, they'll try one last time, it seems like. There's 11, he's gonna get gushed up. The chase is on as the remnant forward there from Lelouch, and they just call it. They know they've got no chance in this game one. They'll let it go the way of Polaris. And what a dominant victory it was, Jonathan.
Oh, yeah. A great showing out from Polaris. They give out the TA, they give out the Lycan, they give out the Grimstroke. All key picks for Lilgun.
And I do agree with your sentiment about the POS 1 Bloodseeker, and they do go down the Medusa route. I mean, I feel like you were pretty limited in options.
Doesn't line them up for the kill, but that laning pressure is what was lacking from the first game. Just weren't getting as much onto Natsumi, and he's still not safe here.
Yeah, they make the jump in again. Bloodright, it will connect onto the breakup, but it won't matter. It's 11. He's able to pick up the kill, and now they're onto Mavis. Great aggression here from Lilgun. Meantime, Mavis' top lane's been targeted again here by 11 and our Spirit Breaker. Kishka gonna just charge in with the Bloodright out. It will not really connect either. As 11 goes back in with the Scream out, and Mavis will eventually just die to the Shadow Poison. So now they want Natsumi. The help is there though. Lelouch gonna move in with the chains out. They do at least find a nice trade. With Ace 12 around with the silence you just made, they'll try to charge in with the Inkswell out. Can they get it done? Oh, the Bash comes out. Oh, that's just terrible. So they'll charge down Bond instead and try to do with Force another time. Stuns will be out, Bashes are there, Force, he's going to try and make his way out, up towards the north, but Sanctity, he's got the link out. Very hard to see him get away from this one, and he won't. He's going to be forced to back off as Force. He does have the Ravage again. There's a big group up here from Lilgun as 3. Sanctity may get caught out though as the Purge is there. Sanctity, he's already dropping low, but the charge in. Kishka going to go right into the backside, but now the Ravage comes in. Force, he got 4 heroes with that, but Sanctity is not down yet. In fact, Xavius is the first one to drop. Sonic Wave going to take down Lelouch. Sanctity is still on the run. Mavis is trying, but he can't keep up. Oh, he can't keep up, and now they'll turn right back around. Oh, the humanity. That is not what you wanted if you were Polaris. Looking at mid lane. Oh, they're going to find Natsumi. That'll be a great target to get started on. They make the jump in with the Sonic Wave out. It's just so much damage. And they just completely blow him up. Polaris, they try to react fast enough to try and help out, but now they will be the ones to be chased down. They can't even get this Ravage out, and 4-2-3 just slices away at the watermelon that was Force. That'll be another 2 down here for Polaris.
And he's still not safe here too.
Yeah, he just TP'd, John. He just respawned. He just respawned. Oh boy, that is not good. Yeah, that's a problem, Jonathan. You know, you just respawned, you just TP'd back to the laning stage, and well, unfortunately, he went to the one lane he shouldn't have. As they charge in, Xavier's now going to be targeted as the Inkswell should land, and well, they made the jump in with 11. That'll be 2 more to go down. Now, even Lelouch coming in to try and help out, but there's just nobody left to help him out.
Install this game as much as possible. Lelouch has to be a bit cautious though.
Oh, he needs to be, John, because he's gone. He just melts. The charge of the Inkswell, there's just no getting out in time. As Xavius now, he's been caught out. The Fake Grenade can give all the vision necessary, so Xavius just can't get away in time. Kishka, well, he'll give the kill over to Sanctity as they even look for another. Mavis trying to help out on the Bloodseeker, but there's just no helping. A 3rd kill to go the way of Lilgun. Because now Lilgun, they'll make their way over into that tired jungle, and they're going to run right into Natsumi, right into the target they wanted. Stonegaze was popped, however, and they got all 3 of them. They got all 3 petrified up, so Force, he might be able to set up a nice Ravage, but he's being very patient. Into the Ravage they go, onto Sanctity, but he's still surviving, still alive. Yule's up, Natsumi going to get taken down, and again Sanctity's going to walk away. Lelouch is going to try. They might still get him, or maybe not. He just baits him in. 4-2-3 with a triple kill out on the Wraith King.
To be fair, holding high ground really well, and the item flow for Natsumi is not too bad. Just has to be careful.
Yeah, he does. He's been kind of just knocked back here by Kishka. In fact, he's locked down and completely out of mana. Force to help out. They do at least kill off Kishka. And they've ruined the dream for you, Jonathan.
Feel the effect of the Dusa not being completely shut down. It's going to have, again, a lot more HP, a lot more to throw out from team fights, although Natsumi again.
As you say, John, Natsumi, he does get caught. Disruption, though, going to buy a bit of time, but how are you going to save him? He'll try to run. Forced up to the low ground, going to be more than enough. Natsumi barely able to survive, but I can't say the same for Xavius. He does drop his Kishka. He's still charging forward. Manta Dodge is there, though, and Kish is going to give another kill to the way of Polaris. They do make their way over through that dive triangle. Lilgun, they're going to run into Mavis again. So he does break the smoke. Sonic Wave way off the mark. Mavis able to force staff away and just TP out. In fact, they all just TP out. None of them want to try and force this fight. Is a Lush. He may be caught, but he's got a Lincoln's back up in time. So the stun is going to be there, and he does end up dropping.
Yeah, they have this big opportunity to go up. I don't think the Ember Kill's the biggest, though. As long as Force is alive, it should be okay, but be careful.
Kishka, yeah, I mean, Kishka's done it again, Jonathan. For the third time, he does end up going down, but at least they get Mavis, they've got Xavius, and now they can go back in onto Force to get the buybacks out, at least from the Shadow Demon. Force, he'll pop the Ravage. They've almost got that Wraith King. They get the Reincarnation Life, but can they do it a second time? It doesn't feel like it as 4-2-3. He's in again, onto the Medusa this time around. Natsumi just trying to get back home, but there's no home left to go back to as they just destroy him. He can commit the buyback if he so wishes. I think they might need it if they wish to defend this tier 3. They are going to take another life away from this Wraith King. So Aegis gone, Reincarnation gone.
Without the Tide Hunter and a Ravage, and without the Stone Gates, it's going to be very hard to expect that Lucy to just stand up front and get damage off. And they're also really close to the Butterfly. Maybe they're hoping that they can at least get the Butterfly for this next engagement to respawn.
Lelouch, close call there. The Wraithfire Blast was soon to come in from 4-2-3. That tier 2 bottom tower if they want to finish off and get the Mega Creeps up. Still, 2 racks advantage is nothing to scoff about.
For Razor, so Static Link on Dusa is probably always going to come out now.
Yeah, it'll be the final attempt as Disruption does save the Medusa for now, but they've already jumped Xavius in the backline and a big Sonic Wave out from 11. They'll just chase down Force, make sure the Ravage never comes out, and they've got him. He does have buyback though. If they could buy back on the time, they will. So Natsumi now in trouble, completely out of mana, and he's just gone. No buyback gold available. Force will eventually make it in, but he won't have anyone to pump out the damage, and they're just going to call GG. That'll be game 3 on the way between Lilgun and Polaris. And you've really got to give it to Lilgun, John. They didn't let that game 1 get to them.
Again, isn't particularly amazing, but with Monkey King Grimstroke, Soulbind into Wukong's is just so good. Polaris does go into the Lelouch Invoker, which is a treat because we don't see that too often.
This was over. Top lane, Natsumi is in trouble. He'll try and make his way out, but he gets bashed. Still, the Blink Strike is there in time. How lucky can 11 get? Do we see a bash here, John? Oh, he's looking for it. Natsumi. No bash that time, but the charge is out. Natsumi is eventually going to end up going down. This is great news for Polaris. I mean, you know the Monkey King is not farming. You can just make the jump in onto Ace 12. Mind you, in the meantime, they do lose Mavis on that Shadow Demon. But they are able to trade across the map. And again, it's just all this time that this Monkey King is not farming. In fact, they've caught him out now with a Great Bishop from Xavius. It's going to mean both going down that bot lane. And that's really terrible news here for Lilgun. In the meantime, though, top lane, they're going to try and force the fight as Lelouch has rotated, but the Nether Strike is going to be there and does take him out. Lelouch getting tipped straight off the bat by 11, but now the turnaround is there from Mavis and Natsumi, trying to get that revenge play going. He's going to go back for a Midas on that Invoker to try and really catch up, but it's going to be pretty late timing, as they even found another, it seems. They have got the Lina. Sanctity, that'll be a massive pickup here for the Invoker if they can get it. Sanctity, he's still trying to run. Eventually, though, he will die. They might get Mavis, and they will. The charge will be there. But I'd say it's a very worthwhile trade this time around for Polaris Esports. Force still being charged up, however. They do run into Mavis instead, so they'll cancel it off there and just make the jump in onto that Shadow Demon with the Nether Strike once again. Looks like they've got the control for Mavis. However, well, they'll try and go into Xavius to boot. Xavier's going to be fine, and now the Sonic Wave Force going to try and reinitiate. Tornado not going to land on 423 either. He's going to try for a TP out, but they see him. They have the Observer Ward, they have the vision. A big win there for Polaris Esports.
Could force this fight here.
They're around the creep wave right now. Xavier's, he's just going to walk right in for the easiest echo of his life. Tips out from Lelouch, but they've missed out on the Spirit Breaker. 11. He's going to be okay, at least for now, but Mavis, he's going to cut him off here on that Shadow Demon. Lelouch with the Tornado, he's off the mark. So instead they'll try and make their way onto that Monkey King, but 423, he'll be just fine as well. Instead they'll go back in onto 11, but no, he's out of there. Or is he as Mavis? No, Mavis gets him. With the Shadow Poisons out. 423 now, trying to at least kill off the Shadow Demon. They do get Xavier's. They are still running, still chasing, still trying to get the vision on Mavis. No Boundless, but they have a Primal Spring. Though nice disruption there. Great reaction timing, but it won't matter. Dragon Slave from Sanctity will get Mavis down.
There's no real need to. I think Lilgun might be under a little bit more pressure with the Spirit Breaker, but as we mentioned, it does kill him. They will find a freebie in Mavis, though.
They will. In Natsumi, he is there if they want to try and counter-initiate. He does throw a dagger out and the Blink Strike into Sanctity, but the Laguna's there. They should have enough with the Sonic Waves out, but no, they've got Natsumi. A very aggressive jump in from our PA does end up costing them quite a lot, as now 423 does make his way in. Inkswell barely connecting onto that Invoker, but they just can't lock him down. They'll be able to get away with everybody else.
11, so he can charge a bit safer. It's not going to be constantly counteracting.
Yeah, speaking of that charge, Natsumi being charged right now as they've already made the jump in. Still, they're going to try and help out by going after 423, and the Monkey King getting very low. Still, the Nether Strike out. They might have enough, and they do. In fact, they've still got 423 alive. He's jumped out of there. Oh, the disruption save, I believe, from Kishka does allow him to get himself out.
There's no counterplay for Polaris. There's just no way to stop that save when it is lined up. Lucius a bit too far off to really help him clean up, and he might be in danger now.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of the devil, he's certainly in danger as we speak, as they just make the jump in and surround. Just no way out for the poor Invoker. Lilgun, nice Sonic Wave out, is at least going to find S12, but it probably won't be the life of Force to go. Polaris still trying with the Fisher, do barely avoid connecting onto 11. They could. Force linking in, charge again. Lelouch going to be targeted as he does get stunned up. Inkswell to follow up onto 2 with the Soulbind. That's problematic here for Polaris as the double Laguna comes out. No, misses out on that. 11 gonna break the smoke here onto the Earthshaker. Does get the Bulldoze off, but purges there from Mavis to try and set up. Nothing found quite yet, as Sanctity just rushing right in by himself, but he pops his BKB now, and the charge is out onto the Invoker. They want Lelouch down, and they're going to get him. No problem, as Natsumi does get Kishka, and now the Sonic Wave onto Sanctity, but it's not enough. He's got the Aegis anyway. They'll turn right back around with the Boundless. They'll try to take down Force in time as Natsumi's still trying to fight, but the charge is there. It lands the bash. Xavier's, he finally jumps in for the Echo, but it's not anywhere near enough. It's all too late. It's a complete wipe here for Lilgun. It's the only survivor is going to be forcing that Quap. So Polaris, they're going to try and smoke up as 5, make their way into that Radiant Triangle again. 11, going to make his way in. Oh, that's a big Fisher out. And this time Natsumi just deletes them. That's what you want to see if you're Polaris. It's the vision, allowing them to initiate as they wish. And who else have they found? It's going to be Ace 12. Gets caught down in that tree line, and well, eventually, he's just going to die to Force. However, they are going to spot out Natsumi. Now, that'll be a massive pickoff if they can initiate. He is... Oh, no, he's not alone. They found him. They found the Monkey King. Great Shadow Poison there from Mavis to get the vision. Natsumi happy to just quell the tree down and just take the monkey's life.
That's big. He even gets Sanctity across the map. Like,
just kind of spook him, and oh boy, he may have chose the wrong time because Natsumi is around with the blur out. Does he know which tree it is? No, 423 should be fine to get himself out, though they are still chasing. Tornado's there now, but 423 has avoided it. Still Force gonna jump in, and there goes Kishka. One hit out from the PA, but now with the Soulbind and Laguna, maybe they can try to deal with this PA, but they'll try to get rid of this Quap versus Natsumi. Gonna jump right back in with the Aegis out, but there's no crits. Not one crit onto the Lina. And maybe now they can surround and finally deal with Natsumi as they've got him locked down and they will take him out. Lelouch will be chased down as a secondary, but with the Ghost Walk, he is fine. Meantime, Xavius, Force, that's a dangerous position to be in as 11, gonna charge in, but Disruption does save. Force still on the high ground, can blink down now, but hasn't done so quite yet. In fact, now here we go. He'll try to chase down Ace 12, but his BKB is wearing kind of thin now as they silence him up. Force still just trying to run, but the Light Strike Array does land. They will take him out, but they at least find 11 as a trade, as now maybe Natsumi can get right to work. Lelouch, Deafening Blast is there. Kishka right back in on that Rubik. But no full commitment yet as Natsumi looking for that right target. Tries to go onto 4-2-3, but 11. He brought back and he charges right back in onto Xavius. There goes your Earthshaker. And that'll be about it. It's up, ready to go, but they may not have the information necessary as the Roshan's still going down. They've got to be quick. Tornado, that'll give enough information away as the Wukongs now has been committed, but they've still got to try here. It's Roshan still dropping, charge through. Where are we going? Right onto that Shaker. Kishka looks like he might just drop and does to Natsumi. In the meantime, Sanctity has picked up the Aegis. The team fight is just complete chaos. Who are we really aiming, however? Natsumi, he's got Ace 12 down. He's going to try and map out this Monkey King as the Sonic Wave. It does fly through. Natsumi's dropping so darn low though, and he can't deal with Sanctity. He just can't deal with him. This Lina just freely able to take down this PA, and does also find Lelouch. It's Force. Well, he's not out of the woods yet either. It feels like every team fight, Xavius just gets charged by 11 and just can't do anything as well. It's probably something we haven't really mentioned too much of, but this Earthshaker just has no impact. In fact, here we go again. 11 just charging right into those T4 towers, trying to force those buybacks out immediately. And they won't. They just won't commit the buybacks. They'll let Xavius die. But the issue is he has no buybacks. Force is going to try and at least deal with Kishka. But Kishka, well, he's going to die eventually to Mavis. One rack's down though for Lilgun. Polaris looking for a way to try and fight this one out. Do make the jump in onto Sanctity, and he popped the Satanic. That's a Satanic that this Lina does not have, but they can still go for the fight. Natsumi, BKB Yarn, but look at the damage from this Lina. He just has to back out. He cannot fight. This Polaris are still going to try and pick somebody off here from Lilgun. Ace 12 might be the target as Cold Snap does cancel off his TP. Aeon Disc is going to be procced, but they turn right back around as Force. Nice Sonic Wave out. It does land. Sanctity will finally end up dropping, but so will Mavis. As now Lelouch, he'll be chased down, and in the meantime, it looks like they have ended up finding out Force on this Queen of Pain. However, this PA finally found Sanctity, but he doesn't have the damage, or maybe he does. He finally gets him down. But 4-2-3 able to clean up that PA now, going to try and deal with Lelouch and Force. It looks like he is trapped within that tree line and eventually will just drop. So Polaris eventually able to just grudge it out.
Still got the Spirit Breaker healthy here.
Yeah, that you do. The charges are incoming, but he will cancel. Lelouch still very confident, doesn't end up flinching on that Invoker. Just keeps going.
Polaris are playing under Lilgun's vision, so they could be in a spot of trouble here.
They may. Boundless is going to land Natsumi. He's the primary target. Wukongs is there. So much damage output, but the disruption does buy a bit of time for Natsumi to try and make his way up. But no, the Blink Strike. It was onto the neutrals. Oh, it's a big target to lose here for Polaris Esports, but he does have buyback. Keep going. To 4-2-3, they might be able to find that Monkey King, and they do. Polaris not doing too bad in this team fight. They do get a pos 1 for a pos 1. They might find more here. Onto 11 as the Fisher. It does land. Still that Bulldoze making it very hard to lock him down, but Force blinks right back in. Still trying with the Shadow Strike. Does eventually pick him up. Sanctity now. He's going to try and fight back. Onto Lelouch he goes, but he's going to be very careful. Xavius does lock them down and blocks them out.
Really stand close to Natsumi, and I think that's going to be mainly Mavis with a disruption. Have to try to find that way of saving.
Force lifted up. Lincoln's broken. Light Strike Array to land as well, but the charge does get cancelled. So Force able to blink away and does survive another day. As now they counter initiate. Lelouch going to move back in onto 11. As now Natsumi does jump in. That'll be one gone. A dieback on the Spirit Breaker. This will be the team fight if they want to continue, but the Light Strike Array does land again, but the disruption. Mavis again going to save the day for Natsumi as the blink out is there. Do they want to keep going? Not into the Wukong's command, or maybe they do. Natsumi, a very, very risky kind of play, but it won't matter because he just rips him apart. Onto the Rubik they go. Kishka's out, but Sanctity's been caught out, and now the Echo Slam right into the backside. Does even find Ace 12. It's a complete team wipe for Polaris.
Sanctity has to be extra cautious. If he gets bashed again by a random dagger, that could be it for Lilgun.
Sure, Xavier's. That's a nice Fisher. Reaching Ace 12, trying to find more diebacks. And a double damage, by the way, John. Just down at the bot spot. Though Natsumi just going to go right back in. Onto Kishka, does pop the Aeon disc. Who are they really aiming though? They've got Ace 12 down, charges through onto the PA. In fact, they want Force first on that quad, but he blinks out. Instead, they'll have to try and aim down Natsumi, but he's still perfectly healthy, and now the Echo Slam. Xavius is in. That's got to be it. GG has to be called. Lilgun, they were so close yet so far. And that'll be Polaris Esports to qualify through to the BTS Pro Series Season 10 as all the tips come out for 11. Oh, well, what do you do? 11, he had a great game.